These guys. It's your boy Kusilambo again in the building. Alright. It's been a while since I uploaded a video on my YouTube. So this video is going to be basically on how I caught a 1-14 RR on Ethereum yesterday. Let's dive into the chart. So I'm going to break down how I caught this trade. What's the entry? So I'm going to show you guys the before of the trade after the video. Right. And let's dive in. So I'm going to delete this. Right. I'm going to delete all this. Hold up. I'm going to take it again from scratch. Basically, yeah. So basically, yeah, so over here. So what I did first of all, how I caught that 1-14 RR in Ethereum was I checked the daily time frame. Mostly for my bias, right? I make use of daily time frame for my bias. And I can see from daily that you can see over here, right? Price on a downtrend. Right? How do you identify a downtrend? You want to see what lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? And I looked at where this buy came from. We had a previous structure over here. So this were previous structure. All this level here are previous structures. So we had this buy was coming from where this order block here. A very, very valid order block. Now, then, this other block, if you look at very well, was what caused this correction to this upside, which tapped on this breaker here for an impulsive. But if you look closely, right, if you check, okay, when I checked my lower time frame, I was not able to see a very, very valid structural shift at this level here. I didn't see a structural shift, so automatically now this level here now is now with liquidity. That was where you see that was why price did what came back. We tested on this other block here. If you check very well again on the lower time frame, let's check the lower time frame. There should be a valid structural shift at that level there. That is if I'm actually going to if trading we allow to swing back. Okay. Which I said, right? I said there will be a very, very valid structural shift. So this was where we had our structural shift. We had our internal structural shift. Where yeah. Right? This was the internal structural shift we had here. The peak here. And this my valid was inducement. Now that was what caused this buy all the way towards take out what's that liquidity at that level. You can see. Then what I also looked at for was when I saw that okay, price has but the impulsive now started, right, which has broken out from this high. What I wanted to see again was a higher low to form in the market because currently here we had what our lower high, higher low at this level here. We had the break of the previous high. So now we now have what our higher high. I'm waiting for price to pull back into this daily order block here. Now, when price pull into that level, creating my what higher low from me at this level. Now, once I have a daily point of interest, right? I want to see what the reversal concept at that daily point of interest to confirm if that daily point of interest is valid or is not valid. Are you guys following? So I wanted to see what a structural shift at this level. Now, let me mark out my high again. This is my recent high. So for an uptrend, right, you have highs, low. You buy to take out what the high. Wait for a correction, target what the high. Always target the highs. Always target the highs. Always target the highs. an uptrend. Same thing goes to the downtrend, target the lower low. Now this was my target, right? Good. What then I did, I have to scale down to a lower time frame to check if there was a structural shift at this level here to continue my buy. Remember, price now is an uptrend. Structure now has changed already to what the uptrend. To confirm that uptrend, you have to see a break of structure again. Good. Now I scale down to my lower time frame. This was how I caught that one is 14 hour on Ethereum. And when I scale down to my lower time frame, I wanted to see what a very, very valid structural shift, isn't it? Now over here now, I'm not seeing any valid. I've seen my structural shift, but I'm not seeing any valid point of interest. This here is not a valid point of interest. So let's just scale down to the lower time frame. Now you all might say that is a valid point of interest, but there are ways I pick my valid point of interest. Good. Now I have my my structural shifts at this level here. Remember, you can see how price was pulling into that level, that daily POI. You can see low, high. You can see low, high. You can see low, high. You can see low, high, higher low, isn't it? Higher high. And you can see price took out the recent higher high in the market, giving me what my market structural shift. My valid inducement was what? This also is my inducement, but this is my valid inducement. There are reasons why I picked my inducements from that level. It's if you're my student, right, if you're on my mentorship group, I told my student on how I spot my valid inducements and my valid point of interest. So yeah, this is my valid order block. Right? From here. And you can see price tapped. Right? Good. Now, this leg here now has already confirmed. Now, remember, this here is a daily order block. Let me write it down here. Daily what? OB. So I wanted to see what a reversal concept on this daily order block before I look for any buy to confirm. Now that reversal concept will tell you that this daily order block now is a very, very strong order block. Now, price has already hit taking out my higher high. Hit my target before pulling back to this level. Now, why the price pull back? Because price said that there was what an unmitigated structure around here. So that was why I did what price did sweep out liquidity and what pull back down here. Now my next target again will be what this high. Are you following? My next target now will be this high. Now just look at what they did. Now I'll give you guys just few hints, right? Now once price sweep a higher high, right? Just know that price will sell and tap. That selling that price is doing is to come and tap what an untap structure. Notice, yeah, this was meant to be our target, right? Now what the price did, price swept it. Remember, there is a structural shift at this level that is not yet tapped yet. You get price swept liquidity, so went back up again, swept the liquidity again, then pulled back down to tap what the untapped structural shift at this leg here. You get it? Now, and our target is where to take out what this daily high here. So what I did was after this trade happened there, so I then went to my 4 hours. So what I'm looking for again, after my reversal concept has already happened, occurred at this leg here, what I'm looking for here is the continuation entry, isn't it? And I saw this double breaker structure. I saw this inducement, right? Valid inducements, right? And my POI, I beat my POI from where? Yeah. Remember what I said. To confirm a valid POI, right? You want to see what a reversal concept that have valid POI, right? On the lower time frame. Now, if I'm to have if this leg here, let's say price is an uptrend. Sorry, I'm seeing high, low, and high. Now, this my next buy level here now is where this other block here. So I won't just take my entry. I won't just take my entry from this OP. Your contact because price might want to liquidate you and start buying, right? So I want to see what once price pull into that daily point of entry, I want to see what a structural shift at the lower time frame, right? With my inducement and my point of interest, then I will buy to take out what that daily high. You see, good. So what I see was a double break of structure. I went down to the 1 hour, the daily. It was more clear on the daily time frame. Then I refined my entry towards this daily order block here. Now, then what I did was I started to go to 1 hour to look for what a very, very valid structural shift at that level. So over here now, I wasn't seeing any structural shift around there. Sorry, okay, I saw there was something here. Scale down to 30 minutes. Let's scale down to 15 minutes. I wanted to see a very valid structural shift at this order block here. Remember, this is a 4 hours, this is a daily order block. So I saw what my structural shift, which is here. I saw what my inducements. Now, do you get? And there were reason why I picked this inducement. Then my point of interest, which was what this OB. Now, what will be my target? That same what daily high, right? Because that daily previous high has not yet been cleared out. So I'm looking for more buys to take out what this daily what higher high. Now, after this, right? So I now saw what another if you remember, right then tap push back up here was not giving me structures, right? Then at the 1 hour time frame, I saw what very, very valid structural shift. This structural shift. I saw my valid inducements. This level. I saw what my valid point of interest. This candlestick here. And this was my entry. Now you can see that I'm aligning myself with what the daily time frame. Right? I was not looking for more sales. I was looking for more buys. I wasn't focused on more sales. Right? I'll focus on what more buys in the markets. This was how I cut down with 14 hour. So I bought here. Price did tap. My stop loss was below this level because this level was liquidity, right? Yeah. My stop loss was there. My TP at this level. You can see how price bought and smashed the profit level. Now, do you see? So simple. So, and you can see daily high now got cleared out. Now you can see the massive pump. I'm still expecting ETH to clear out all this liquidity at this level here. So I'll wait for daily to present another structure before I buy. I'm expecting ETH to go to 2466.50. I think ETH will clear out all these levels here are liquidity. This level are all liquidity. I'm expecting price to clear out all this liquidity. So this was how I traded BTC on Thursday, just by aligning myself on daily structures, daily time frame. You can see after all this dump here, I wasn't focused on the sales. I'll focus more on the buy. I missed this one. I missed this one, but what I caught was this one here. You can see just understanding of what daily structure, knowing when the correction has ended and when the impulses are about to start, knowing when the impulses are ended and when the correction is about to occur in the market. A lot of people are looking forward to sell ETH from where this level here. But me, I knew that price was now uptrend, and the structure already has changed already from the daily, right? The structure has changed already from the daily time frame. This was how I caught ETH buys. This is a 114 RR on Ethereum. Let me show you guys the before of the trade. Hold on. Coming. So many. All right, this was it here. I'm coming, guys. This is where I journal all my trades. So this was before. You can see ETH, Ethereum. I had it set up on October 15th. You can see the time. You can see the set. You can see the trade. The order block, the engagement. You can see my take profit level was at 1979.00. You can see everything. And here is the word outcome. This. You can see. So I'm looking at the buy heading towards this daily high here. This was how I caught ETH buys. So thank you all and stay blessed. I remember my mentorship program, beginners class is $80. Advanced mentorship is $50. Account flip is from $100, right? Profit to be split 50-50, no refund policy. Remember, no refund policy. Account management is from $500 and above. No refund policy. So if you're interested, send me a DM. If you're interested for the account management or the account flip, send me a DM on the send those comments on the comment section. Then I'm going to reply, or I'm going to drop my TikTok page, my TikTok tags on the YouTube description. So you have to go there. If you want to send me a text message, you can text me on TikTok, right? Thank you all and stay blessed.